What's up, everybody? So we are finally talking about pours in the park. Also, sorry, I'm under the weather, so I apologize about how I sound. But yeah, so we are just going to start up. We're already up there in Michigan, and we're going to talk about us going over to our buddy Blake's apartment that he was at, or suite. And we had a bunch of pours over that night, and it was awesome. Great time. So anyways, hit that like, subscribe, notifications button. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it.
All right, we have officially arrived. Bar is stocked and ready to go. We're gonna go grab dinner, and then we are gonna go over to our buddy Blake's suite and drink over there for the night.
It's gonna be fun.
Alright, we're over here at Godfather's. We had a quick little meal over at the Hub, and yeah.
Now we're gonna go drink some
whiskey.
bourbon and smoke a cigar, maybe.
Have some cigars. Alright, so I'm gonna make this really quick. We just left Godfather's. Had a great time at the event. We got to try some of the junky stuff. We got to have a pour, some cigars, got to hang out with a ton of people, met some new friends, hang out with some old friends. Overall, it was a great time. Now we're getting ready to just kind of like go out pours. I think probably out in the courtyard. Dave's not here. Dave's getting his eyes checked out, which, you know, it is what it is, sadly, but, you know, he's getting his eyes checked out. And hopefully he's going to be fine. We think it's like, or well, he thinks it's like poison oak now. But we are finally here today. Our Pours in the Park is much bigger than last year. A lot more tents, a lot more things to do. So it's super cool. We're super excited for it. And yeah, let's go check everything out.
Only 2 people, man.
Okay.
So how many attempts do you get?
You have 3.
Get 3.
Turkey is 2, bourbon 1, and the only one. All the other ones got 5. I have to go.
First shot! First shot!
On board, man. Bourbon Kingdom.
I'm gonna make sure I put my name on the board.
Yeah.
Eat it, Dave. Good thing is Dave made it.
I did.
You didn't die.
I didn't, but I do look like this. That's why I'm wearing sunglasses the rest of the day.
Paul Creed did
Yeah.
a round on you.
It's so true.
So I swear if I hear you screaming Adrian in the middle of the night. Anyways, so we talk about the event. I was only here a little bit longer than you. Basically, I was just talking to people.
Yeah.
Like honestly, you weren't here. You didn't miss much because I only talked to some people.
I think I got here right at 1. I was sitting in line for like 25 minutes trying to get in
yes,
because there was a big crowd. But
yeah,
I was here about 12:45 or something like
yeah,
that.
because I took the like 12:30 bus. So yeah, we were basically here almost the same time.
Yeah.
Talk about some of the distilleries that were here: Discovery, Green River,
Dragon's Milk.
Mammoth.
What's this? Stray Hands?
Yeah, Traverse City. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Couple others.
Yeah, a couple others.
It was awesome. Pretty much everybody did fairly good stuff.
Yeah. Food was good.
Yeah, food this year.
The
was,
food truck.
the burger was
Yeah, the burger was fantastic.
awesome.
Yeah.
They had the same taco truck this year. Still a long line.
Yeah.
Still took forever for tacos, but the burgers I thought was actually not terribly bad because we got down there a little late.
Yeah.
And then we got to play an awesome Green River game where I made the board.
You did make the board. I made the board.
He got help and he cheated.
I might have cheated a little bit. But I do have medicine all running through my body.
Yeah, and we just have booze running through our bodies.
Yeah, so it's just a little bit of everything.
But anyways, so Green River, that was totally cool. It's just like a little game where you have to try to slide this coin into the horseshoe. It was fun. It was awesome. And then we got to talk to the Bartertown guys.
Yep.
They're always awesome. They brought, basically, I think Discovery 6 through 10. And then they brought 4-Gate. And then the Virginia Barrel, West Virginia, whatever that was.
West Virginia something, yeah.
Yeah, whatever that was. They brought that. That was actually... The 4-Gate rum one was actually a lot better than what I expected.
I didn't get to taste that.
That one was I was actually surprised how good that one was. Yeah. So they had a huge cornhole tournament. We didn't play in that again this year. I always say we got to play in it. We don't.
I'm too busy talking to people, so.
That's true. That's honestly one of the best things about it. You're walking around, you're talking to people, you're meeting new friends and stuff. We're meeting people who we're already playing stuff in October and September, November, all these, just when they're coming down, when we can meet with them. So overall, it was awesome. It was also a lot more packed this year. It was a little bit more spread out. It's kind of hard to tell, but really quick, they had this awesome little house up here where they hosted discovery tasting where they like broke down the Origin series.
Yeah.
Which we wouldn't be able to make that. But overall, it was just a really awesome event. I think what Dan and Sean's done is expanded more, and I think it's just a lot.
And the tree, they picked
fun.
the perfect area in the park because the trees provide the
awesome.
shade.
Yeah,
and there's enough tents to be sitting around and doing all that stuff. So it was, all in all, just a great Pours in the Park.
Yeah, it was overall a good time. So we're about ready to go ahead and get out of here. We got to go home and rest because we got the real main event tonight, which is the bottle share.
Yeah,
so,
the bottle share.
We'll see you guys soon.
Yep, see you.
All right. So we finally waited through line. We got our bottles. We'll talk more about those later
for sure.
from Dan and Sean. And we are tired.
Yeah.
We are sweating.
Yeah.
Need a shower.
Need a shower.
And we need to eat.
I need to eat, and I need Benadryl.
He needs a lot of Benadryl.
So
definitely a lot of Benadryl.
I do need a lot of Benadryl, which
All
I'm
right.
going to happily take. So
True that. All right, let's go.
All right, so it's really dark. I kind of forgot to record a whole bunch, but we're in the middle of the bottle share. It's super fun. It's super chill as of right now. But yeah, overall, it's been a pretty good night. We'll have some videos of some bottles that we had. Just to kind of, I kind of want to put a nice little bow on stuff. We had, when we went to the park, we had such a great time. And I just want to just say again, it was super awesome. I think this year was definitely better at the park than last year. And last year was great. I'm not saying anything negative about last year. But, the setup was better. They had, I think the tent and everything they had in the seating area was better. The food was great. Food still took long. I don't know what you do about that. So cheeseburger line, I know people have talked about which line was shorter or faster or whatever. I felt like we got our cheeseburgers way quicker than the people who got tacos, but whatever. But overall, it was super chill. We got to meet a lot of people. We got to talk to a lot of people. It was just overall a great time. Highlight of the, I guess you'd say, pours in the park. Was being able to snag these 2 bottles. So super happy with these. We did do a review of them. I'm hoping that the reviews are out before this video gets out. We'll see. It's kind of up to Dave who's editing all of these. So that way you can hear our thoughts on those. We'll also tag the review on these below in the description. But I'm just going to give you a little spoiler. We're really happy with them. So the bottle share, what was really funny is, so Dave had not been feeling well. I was super exhausted from night 4 because I stayed until like 5:30. So I'm like, dude, I'm going to crash. And he was wanting to eat dinner. So him and I think our buddy Mike, if you ever see Mick Whiskey in the chat, that's him. That dude's one of the best. And I think a bunch of them went across the street and was eating at the, whatever that big place is called. They have like indoor golf and axe throwing and like a football bowling pin game, whatever. Food's actually a lot better over there than what I kind of thought it was going to be, to be honest with you. So it's also like within walking distance, super easy for us to meet. It's really convenient, honestly. So he was over there. I went in and took a nap because I was exhausted. But whenever I woke up, I started walking out there and the place is packed. So it's maybe 5 minutes till 8 o'clock. The bottle share started at 8 and it was already going. Like it was already, I was kind of walking around. I was like half asleep. And everybody's like, hey, have you been drinking? I was like, no, I literally just woke up, took a nap. So I kind of walked around. I walked outside. People are all out in the outdoor side of the hotel. This little squared off area. And I ended up seeing some people. I decided to run back. I would grab a bottle, have some pours with Sean back there. Sean was tired. We were sitting there talking about stuff throughout the day. And what was funny is we all ended up sitting in this corner back there. And there was probably 10 to 15 of us at one point in time just back there drinking, having a good time. And I brought a William Heaven Hill 15-year to the bottle share to share with everybody. And what was funny is I was like, man, I got to get this bottle back. And I'm trying to get back to the actual bottle share itself. So there's a couple people I was wanting to see who hadn't seen yet. And the bottle was already starting to get some pours here and there. And as I'm trying to walk, I'm meeting more people, talking to more people. And as I'm trying to go inside the bottle share, it's so packed in there. I'm like, I'm not even going to try it. So I just end up walking back outside. We end up having a great time out there. You guys have obviously heard about some of the shenanigans that was happening up there with some people getting, I don't want to say wild, but maybe a little much. I'll be nice about that. Dan and Sean Sawyer talked all about it. So you can go to their channel and see all that. But we didn't see any of it out there. So we were all just chilling, having a really good time. Everybody was really well behaved outside. People were walking up to Dave because Dave finally showed back up after eating. He brought me food. Thank you, Dave, because I needed that. And, I felt so terrible for Dave because he was just so swollen. And everybody was feeling bad for Dave. But overall, we had a really good experience. Now, what ended up happening was, ended up shutting down a little early. Like last year, I think it was like me and Sean and Mike and a couple other people, we were still drinking till like 4 or 5 in the morning, like on the bottle share. But we ended up shutting it down early just because of everything that was going on. And so I kind of told everybody, I was like, look, we had some friends up there that was at the event. And we said, look, why don't y'all come back to the hotel room? We'll drink. We had a bunch of stuff at the hotel room. I think I have some video and some pictures that Dave will sprinkle in there and show you guys. But we ended up doing that until like 4 in the morning. And what was kind of funny is people were kind of walking in and out. People started hearing, it's like, oh, you guys, people are over at Zach and Dave's room? Like, we'll just go over there. And that's what it did. And at one point in time, it was so loud. It was hilarious. I'm sitting over here on a bed in the far corner. Sean is sitting over there. And I was like, hey, what's up? And he's like, I can't hear you. Like, we're yelling at each other in my room. It was so loud. But overall, it was a really great time. We didn't have any issues with anybody. And I ended up telling everybody, I was like, look, at 4 o'clock, we are shutting it down because we got a long drive home. And I was actually going on family vacation the next day. So, but anyways, wake up the next morning and I start finding bottles in our room. Bottles that we didn't take. So in the mix of people coming in and out, we were left a couple bottles. Now, before I get to those, I'm going to talk about, because I ended up taking them all. Dave and I took them all home because I don't know whose they are. So, but before I talk about those, there was a couple bottles that we got that were given to us. I just want to highlight those really quick. So, one of the bottles we got is from a real dear friend of ours, and his name is Blake. And if you have remotely been around Whiskey Tube at all, Blake's there. Blake's always there. And I'm very fortunate. Blake and I became friends over the last year and a half. So, and I just love Blake to death. He's just one of my favorite people in the world. But he actually gave us a K-Loop. And it's so cool because I haven't seen any of these around here. I think it's really interesting. I don't want to give away any hints because if you guys want us to review it, if there's enough people in chat, like significantly or not in chat, but in the comment section, like wanting this, we'll review it. So it's kind of up to you guys if y'all want it or not. But this bottle is super interesting. And I'm just so grateful. Blake always gets a really awesome room. And he hosts people, and he hosted us one night, and we got to have some really special pours with Blake. I won't go into that because I don't want to put all that out there. But Blake is seriously one of the best, and I'm so appreciative of him. So thank you, Blake. The next bottle, and this kind of blew my mind whenever we got it. So this is a Sagamore Spirit. This was actually released from the distillery, and our buddy Joe gave it to us. He actually walked up to us, and I think I've talked to him in the comments and stuff below, but I never met him. And I met him at the event, and he was super cool. And he's like, "Hey, I know you're a Sagamore fan. I talked to you about giving you samples. Like, hey, I want to give you and Dave this. This thing, I think, was like up towards like the top of the label, and I drank it all the way down to here. And this has to go to Dave because I'm getting ready to drink all of it because this thing is a monster of a freaking bottle, man. If this is what Sagamore's putting out, the distillery, it's awesome. Like, it's just so super amazing. And I'm just so grateful for it. And I really appreciate Joe giving us, like, this is 123 proof. It's just, stuff like this and what Blake gave us, like, and it, like, we had a lot of people come up and, like, want us to try pours and stuff, but, like, when people we know are spending money on bottles and then giving them to us, like, we just, like, it's just, I'm so incredibly grateful because I don't ask for anything like that, like we never do. And I just really appreciate you guys a whole lot. So thank you. All right, now the rest of these that we're going to talk about, I'm just going to talk about them in kind of like random order because I don't know who left them. I really don't. I think I know who won. Well, actually, I don't even know. But so the first one I'm going to talk about, and this thing, I understand why somebody left this. This is called Wheat Penny. So Wheat Penny, I smelled it, whatever, and yeah, no, it smells terrible. So I understand kind of why somebody left this probably in my room. It's not my favorite bottle I've tried. I did try a sip of it, and I'm going to be honest with you, I was not a big fan. It's from Cleveland, Ohio. It's 115 proof. I did not care for this. So whoever you are that left this in my room, either by accident or on purpose, yeah, thanks, I guess. So, all right, so the next one, Garrison Brothers. Now, I don't know if this thing was left. I haven't talked to him yet, but I need to because Mike's from Texas. So I don't know if he left this in there or not for me. I haven't tried it yet because I just typically don't like Texas whiskey. I had some Texas whiskey for the first time in, I think we were over at Blake's. It was like 153 proof. It was something crazy proof, high proof. And I would say I didn't hate it. But after drinking on it for a while, you get a lot more of that Texas funk. But it's still probably maybe some of the best Texas whiskey I've had. But anyway, so I am going to try this. I have not tried it yet. It is a single barrel, I think. Yep, it's a Garrison Brothers single barrel. It's 94 proof. So yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I'm gonna love this. I don't think Dave's gonna like it either. But we'll try it. See what we think. All right, something I have tried a couple times now is this Nash Tucky 6-year pick. This thing is pretty good. I don't know where it's from. I have certain people who I can ask who will kind of give me a heads up on it. I just honestly I'm taking the time. But this wound up in a box in my room, so I don't know if somebody set it there just to put it out of the way and forgot about it. But it came home with us. So like I said, and I haven't seen the purple one. So I don't know if they indicate different bottles or not, but either way, pretty good. All right, so then my next three, and this one technically isn't a bottle. Might be a little hard to see. This is a California Dram from Big Vic's Picks. So met Big Vic over the trip. So I haven't tried it yet. Honestly, I forgot I had it until whenever I was looking at my box of stuff over here. But I know he had this in the room, and I think he gave it to me to try, and then I got distracted. I haven't tried it yet, so I definitely want to try it. And but I found it funny because I was like, man, where did I get a big sample jar or something? And then I read the label. I was like, oh yeah, it's 116 proof. I do not know what it is though. So Big Vic, if you're watching this, let me know what it is because I have no earthly idea what I'm even smelling or drinking here. So it doesn't smell bad though. Has like no proof on the nose, so a little fruity. Nice. All right, last two. So I think I know who left this one in the room. What I'm confused about is Sean was drinking this. Sean brought the E.H. Taylor single barrel to the room. Now, why I know it was Sean that brought it was because I remember seeing him with one of their Essence corks. So that was on it. So this was in here, but I'm pretty sure I remember him drinking it all, and then somehow we got more whiskey in there. So I'm not entirely sure who it is or what it is at that point. But yeah, this was another one that I just found in a cabinet whenever I was sitting there looking, and I was like, oh yeah, somebody was probably sat, and it was right next to a chair that somebody was sitting at, so what I'm assuming is somebody was drinking and needed to sit down. That's how it wound up in there. But it's just your standard E.H. Taylor single barrel. Nothing crazy, nothing special, but... And then the next one, and this one I have not tried, and whoever left it in there, I don't know. But I'm actually really excited about this one, because I've heard nothing but great things. So this is the Hard Truth Mash Bill 4 caramel malt. So you guys know how big of a fan I am of the Hard Truth and the Hard Truth Rye, and I just think the world of them. I think what they're doing is just amazing over there in Brown County, Indiana. I think they're like right outside Brown County. But everybody keeps telling me like, hey, you need to try this one. This one's the best one. So I've not tried it yet. I actually want to wait and try it with Dave, so that way we can kind of compare and contrast a little bit. But this one I'm actually super excited about. So again, I don't know if this was left on purpose or if this bottle wasn't left on purpose. I don't really know. I just know I was left with a whole bunch of whiskey. So I just kind of want to talk about it because I don't know what else I'm supposed to do because, you know, I didn't really see anybody whenever I was leaving. So I'm assuming that people would either want to get rid of it or leave it with us. Anyways, so yeah, that was pretty much the trip. After that, you know, we pretty much slept in until checkout and then, you know, we left. And, you know, overall this year, it was just an awesome time. Like, I can't express enough whenever I think, like, the main thing with bourbon is to be able to share it with people that you're friends with, that you love, and that you just enjoy being around. And what's crazy is with Dave and I, like, today we hit 10,000 subscribers, which is like a crazy number. I can't believe we ever got to that point. We're so incredibly grateful for that. But the best part about doing all of this, like doing this whole channel thing, isn't about the bourbon that we've got or being able to drink. It's like the people we've got to hang with. And what's super cool is going to this event, we've made so many good friends. And like, we have friends who, like, we already know, like, next year, like, hey, we're going to meet up. We're going to have dinner. We're going to drink. We're going to do all this stuff. We're going to hang out. And that's honestly one of the best parts about Pours in the Park is you get to hang out with your people, with your family. So overall, it's a great time. You know, Dave and I already talked about going up there like a week ahead of time now and hanging out potentially. We just love it. Like, honestly, I think there needs to be more of these, not necessarily hosted by the junkies, but like these kind of things should happen like all the time everywhere, because I just think they're totally worth it. And if you're ever thinking about doing it, highly recommend it. And if it's your first time, come find me. We'll have great pours together. So anyways, we appreciate Dan and Sean for hosting it. Ricky, you are awesome. Luke, you are awesome. And all the other volunteers that were there, all of y'all are awesome. All the vendors that were there, they're amazing. And, you know, I can't wait to go back next year. So anyways, we hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like, subscribe button. And until next time, we'll see you.